10 Stoic rules that make success and wealth chase you. Stoicism philosophy. 1. Become obsessed with what you can control. There was once a young man who believed the entire world was working against him. Every morning he woke up with frustration in his heart. If business was slow, he blamed the economy. If an opportunity disappeared, he blamed bad luck. If someone else succeeded, he convinced himself they had advantages he never received. Years passed, yet nothing improved. The more he focused on forces outside his control, the more powerless he felt. One evening, after another disappointing day, he came across a simple Stoic teaching from Epictetus. The teaching said that some things are within our control and some things are not. At first, he dismissed it. It sounded too simple to solve his problems. Yet the words stayed with him. He began to wonder what would happen if he stopped fighting reality and started focusing on his own choices. The next morning, he made a decision. Instead of complaining about circumstances, he would improve himself. He started waking up earlier. He spent time learning valuable skills. He became more disciplined with his money. He stopped wasting hours arguing online about things he could not change. Slowly, something remarkable happened. The world around him remained imperfect, but he no longer felt trapped by it. He gained confidence because every day he was taking action in areas he could influence. The Stoics understood this secret centuries ago. Success often avoids people who spend their lives blaming external conditions. It moves toward people who accept responsibility for their actions. The moment you stop focusing on what is outside your control, you reclaim your power. You become stronger, calmer, and more effective. This single mindset shift can transform your future more than almost any other lesson in Stoicism. 2. Value discipline more than motivation. Imagine a farmer preparing his land for planting. He cannot wait for inspiration to appear before working. Crops grow because of consistent effort, not temporary enthusiasm. Yet many people approach success differently. They tell themselves they will begin when they feel motivated. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect moment. Unfortunately, those conditions rarely arrive. Motivation is like the weather. Some days it is strong, and other days it disappears completely. If your progress depends on motivation, your future becomes unpredictable. The Stoics taught that discipline is far more reliable than emotion. Discipline allows you to continue when excitement fades. It keeps you moving when results are invisible. It helps you stay committed during difficult seasons. Consider the story of an athlete training for a championship. Most people imagine the glory of victory. Few imagine the cold mornings, exhausting workouts, and sacrifices required to reach that moment. Success is built during those unseen hours. The athlete who trains only when inspired will eventually be surpassed by the athlete who trains regardless of mood. The same principle applies to business, relationships, education, and personal growth. Every day presents a choice. You can follow your feelings or follow your commitments. Feelings change constantly. Commitments create results. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from mastering yourself rather than being controlled by emotions. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your character. Every promise you keep to yourself increases your confidence. Eventually, discipline becomes part of your identity. At that point, success is no longer something you hope for. It becomes something you steadily build through daily action. 3. Stop chasing approval and start respecting yourself. Many people spend their entire lives trying to earn approval from others. They carefully choose their words to avoid criticism. They hide their ambitions because they fear judgment. They shape their lives around expectations that do not even belong to them. The tragedy is that no matter how hard they try, they can never satisfy everyone. The Stoics recognized this problem long ago. They understood that seeking constant validation creates dependence. When your happiness depends on the opinions of others, your peace becomes fragile. Imagine a ship crossing the ocean. If it changes direction every time the wind shifts, it will never reach its destination. Many people live exactly this way. Every criticism changes their confidence. Every compliment determines their mood. Their identity becomes controlled by external voices. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that people's opinions are temporary and often uninformed. He understood that a meaningful life must be guided by principles rather than popularity. The moment you stop chasing approval, something powerful happens. Your energy returns to you. Instead of worrying about what others think, you focus on becoming better. You pursue goals that matter to you. You make decisions based on wisdom rather than fear. Ironically, this often earns genuine respect. People admire individuals who stand firmly in their values. Success tends to follow those who are confident enough to remain true to themselves. When self-respect becomes more important than external validation, you gain a level of freedom that many people never experience. 4. Turn every obstacle into an opportunity. Life rarely unfolds according to plan. Businesses fail. Relationships end. Opportunities disappear. Unexpected problems emerge at the worst possible moments. Most people see obstacles as evidence that something has gone wrong. The Stoics saw them differently. They believed obstacles were opportunities in disguise. Challenges reveal strengths that comfort can never develop. Difficulties force growth. Adversity builds resilience. Consider a young entrepreneur who spends years building a company only to watch it collapse. At first, the experience feels devastating. Months of effort seem wasted. Yet during the process, he learns valuable lessons about leadership, communication, finances, and persistence. Those lessons become the foundation of his next venture. What appeared to be failure becomes preparation. This pattern appears throughout history. Many successful people achieved greatness because adversity forced them to become stronger. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the obstacle becomes the way. In other words, the challenge itself creates the path forward. Every setback contains a lesson. Every difficulty presents an opportunity to improve. When you adopt this perspective, obstacles lose much of their power. Instead of asking why something happened, you begin asking what it can teach you. This mindset transforms frustration into growth. Over time, you become someone who benefits from challenges rather than being defeated by them. That ability creates a tremendous advantage in every area of life. 5. Master your emotions before they master you. A person who cannot control their emotions often becomes controlled by circumstances. Anger can destroy relationships in minutes. Fear can prevent action for years. Envy can rob a person of gratitude and peace. The Stoics understood that emotional reactions are natural, but they also understood the importance of managing them wisely. They believed reason should guide action rather than temporary feelings. Imagine standing on a cliff overlooking the ocean during a storm. The waves crash violently below, yet the cliff remains steady. This image reflects the Stoic ideal. External events may create emotional waves, but your inner foundation remains strong. Emotional mastery does not mean becoming cold or indifferent. It means refusing to let emotions dictate your decisions. Many opportunities are lost because people react impulsively. They quit too soon because of discouragement. They make poor decisions because of anger. They avoid valuable opportunities because of fear. Successful individuals often possess an important advantage. They remain calm under pressure. They think clearly when others panic. They stay focused when others become overwhelmed. This ability creates better decisions and better outcomes. The Stoics practiced self-awareness daily because they understood that mastering the mind is essential for mastering life. The stronger your emotional control becomes, the less power external events have over your future. 6. Live below your means and build freedom. One of the greatest financial mistakes people make is increasing their spending every time their income increases. They earn more money but gain no additional freedom because their expenses rise at the same rate. The Stoics warned against becoming dependent on luxury. They believed true wealth comes from needing less rather than constantly wanting more. Seneca, despite being one of the wealthiest individuals in Rome, regularly practiced simplicity. He occasionally lived with basic food and simple clothing to remind himself that happiness did not depend on possessions. This practice strengthened his independence. He enjoyed wealth without becoming controlled by it. Financial freedom begins when you stop measuring success by appearances. Many people spend money trying to impress others. They buy things they do not need to gain approval from people who rarely matter. Meanwhile, truly wealthy individuals often focus on building assets rather than displaying status. Every dollar saved and invested becomes a worker contributing to your future. Over time, wise financial habits create opportunities that reckless spending destroys. The Stoic approach to money is not about deprivation. It is about freedom, security, and independence. When you learn to live below your means, wealth begins to accumulate naturally. 7. Invest in knowledge every single day. The most valuable asset you possess is your mind. Unlike material possessions, knowledge cannot easily be stolen, destroyed, or lost. The Stoics understood this deeply. They dedicated themselves to learning because wisdom improves every aspect of life. Every skill you develop increases your value. Every lesson you learn expands your opportunities. Imagine two friends beginning their careers at the same time. One spends years consuming entertainment without growth. The other commits to learning for 1 hour every day. The difference seems small at first. Yet after 5 years, the results become extraordinary. Knowledge compounds. Skills compound. Experience compounds. Small daily improvements eventually create massive advantages. Successful people rarely stop learning. They read books. They study successful individuals. They seek mentors. They remain curious. The world changes constantly, and those who continue learning adapt more effectively. The Stoics believed education was not merely about acquiring information. It was about becoming wiser, stronger, and more capable. When you commit to daily learning, you are investing in an asset that can generate value for the rest of your life. 8. Practice patience in a world obsessed with speed. We live in a culture that celebrates instant results. People want success immediately. They want wealth immediately. They want recognition immediately. When progress takes longer than expected, many become discouraged and quit. The Stoics understood that meaningful achievements require patience. Nature itself demonstrates this principle. Trees grow slowly. Mountains form gradually. Great accomplishments emerge through consistent effort over time. Imagine planting a seed in fertile soil. For weeks, nothing appears on the surface. Yet beneath the ground, roots are developing. Growth is occurring even when it cannot be seen. Many people abandon their goals during this stage because they mistake invisible progress for failure. The patient person continues working. Eventually, the results become visible. Patience protects you from making desperate decisions. It allows you to remain committed when results are delayed. It helps you focus on the process rather than obsessing over outcomes. Most overnight successes are actually years in the making. The Stoics recognize that every worthwhile achievement requires persistence. By practicing patience, you gain the ability to continue when others quit. That advantage alone can separate extraordinary success from ordinary results. 9. Build a character that people trust. Character is one of the few things that cannot be purchased. It is built through choices, habits, and actions over time. The Stoics considered character the foundation of a meaningful life. They believed reputation follows character just as a shadow follows a person. Imagine a business owner known for honesty and integrity. Customers trust him. Employees respect him. Opportunities appear because people know he keeps his word. Now imagine someone who constantly breaks promises and acts selfishly. Even if they achieve temporary success, their reputation eventually limits their opportunities. Trust takes years to build and moments to destroy. Character influences every area of life. Strong character improves relationships, strengthens leadership, and creates long-term success. Wealth without character often disappears quickly. Character without wealth often attracts opportunities that eventually create wealth. The Stoics encouraged daily reflection because they understood that greatness is built through small choices repeated consistently. Every decision contributes to the person you are becoming. When your character becomes strong, success gains a stable foundation. 10. Pursue purpose and let wealth follow. Many people spend their lives chasing money directly. They believe wealth alone will solve all their problems. While financial success is valuable, The Stoics taught that purpose should come first. Money is often the result of value, and value is created through meaningful contribution. Imagine a craftsman dedicated to mastering his trade. His focus is not on becoming rich overnight. His focus is on excellence. Day after day, he improves his skills. He creates products of exceptional quality. Over time, people notice. Demand grows. Opportunities increase. Wealth follows because value was created first. Purpose provides direction during difficult times. It gives meaning to effort and perseverance. When challenges arise, purpose keeps you moving forward. The Stoics believed fulfillment comes from living according to virtue and contributing something valuable to the world. Financial rewards may come and go, but purpose creates lasting satisfaction. Ironically, many people find wealth when they stop obsessing over money and start focusing on service, excellence, and contribution. Success and wealth often chase those who are dedicated to a meaningful mission. Before you leave, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more Stoic wisdom designed to strengthen your mind, improve your discipline, and transform your life. Join our growing community of people committed to becoming wiser, stronger, and more successful every day. Your journey toward lasting success begins with the lessons you choose to apply today.